They say the gods cry only when fate itself trembles. But what if I told you, from the tears of the mighty Shiva, a daughter was born and almost forgotten by history itself? Imagine this, a world half-lit by moonlight, where legends breathe and shadows carry secrets too heavy for words. Tonight, we dive into a story lost in the folds of time, a story born out of pure sorrow. You may know Shiva, the great transformer, the destroyer and the rebuilder. But have you heard of Ashokasundari, his daughter, who, forged from tears, was destined for greatness, yet slipped through the cracks of myth? If you think you know Shiva's family, think again. Before our shared exploration starts, subscribe to join our community of seekers and storytellers. Let's travel to Mount Kailas, where the air is thin and silent except for the constant hum of power. Here, Shiva, solitary and wrapped in thought, sits beside Parvati. His eyes, those endless oceans, brim with sadness. Parvati, his soulmate, watches him with worry. Each god has their battles, but few have felt the bite of loneliness as sharply as Shiva. He had lost his beloved, Sati, his first wife. And though Parvati healed his wounds, sometimes old sadness seeps through the cracks. In those rare moments, even the strongest feel alone. One such day, Parvati stirs from meditation. She feels a distant ache, a longing for a daughter to bring laughter and balance their divine household. Shiva, she says softly, our home is blessed with Ganesha and Kartike. But a daughter, her laughter would chase away these shadows. Shiva doesn't disagree. His heart aches too, silent and powerful, always pressing beneath the surface. Under the sandalwood trees, they prayed. Parvati yearned with all her heart. Shiva's devotion was quiet, his emotions tucked deep. In his cosmic trance, a single tear escaped his eye and fell to the sacred ground. From that celestial tear, the universe trembled for an instant. Some say the wind paused, the birds grew silent. From the soft earth, a tender shoot emerged and, before their eyes, blossomed into Ashokasundari, the daughter born from sorrow and hope in equal measure. Ashokasundari, whose name means beautiful one who removes sorrow, was radiant from her first breath. Her laughter sparkled through the halls of Kailas and warmed the coldest corners of Shiva's soul. She did not roar like Kartike or chuckle mischievously like Ganesha. Instead, she brought a calm, steady light, a soothing melody to balance her turbulent family. But peace, as myths teach us, never lingers long. Destiny does not allow the children of gods to exist without a test. When Ashokasundari was still young, Parvati saw a vision. Her daughter would marry Nahusha, the one destined to be powerful and wise. The thought comforted her, a predictable, happy future for her little girl. But even prophecies come cloaked in riddles. Some tales whisper of the cruel Asur Hunda, a demon of trickery and deception, who heard of Ashokasundari's beauty and coveted her. He schemed a plan with poison and lies. Disguised as a holy man, he slithered into Ashokasundari's life. He played upon her kindness and curiosity. My child, the world beyond Kailas is beautiful. Why linger among shadows? Come, let me show you a garden where sorrow cannot touch you. Ashokasundari, curious but wary, remembered her mother's words from the night before. Not all that is bright brings peace. Trust your hope, but never lose sight of danger. Still, the Garden of Illusions called to her sense of adventure, and, with gentle steps, she followed the stranger. What followed is a tale nearly lost, echoing through Himalayan valleys, recited in hushes by ancient storytellers. Hunda's garden was a prison, veiled with beauty and sorrow. Ashokasundari's heart pounded. She realized the deception too late. Hunda revealed his true form, grotesque and towering. His laughter shattered the peace. You were born from tears. Now let me show you sadness. But this was no ordinary child. Fury and fear collided in her chest. She remembered Shiva's calm and remembered Parvati's wisdom. Even imprisoned, Ashokasundari did not surrender to despair. Night after night, she prayed, her thoughts reaching out to Nahusha, the prince promised to her by destiny. Miles away, Nahusha heard whispers in his dreams, a soft voice, pleading, hopeful. Meanwhile, Parvati felt the chill of her daughter's absence. She sat with the moon at her feet, searching the stars for answers. Shiva, my heart knows our child is in danger. Shiva, silent and still, peered through the veils of reality. He watched, heart heavy, as his daughter faced cruelty yet did not break. Instead, she found strength in memory, in hope, in the legacy of two mighty parents. Back in Hunda's garden, Ashokasundari plotted her escape. Even captive, she wove stories to comfort herself, remembering Ganesha's jokes and Kartikeya's tales of battle. "Remember why you were born," she whispered. "From sorrow comes strength. From strength, freedom." On the darkest night, when Hunda was lulled by his own arrogance, Ashokasundari reached for the divine. Her prayers unlocked gates, pierced illusions, and shattered the demon's power. At last, Nahusha entered the fray, guided by dreams and courage. Together, they defeated Hunda. As she returned to Kailas, there was no triumph in Ashokasundari's eyes, only the quiet wisdom of one who has seen darkness and chosen hope. Shiva embraced her, his tears again brimming, not of grief, but of pride and love. Parvati wept, thankful the family was whole once more. Ganesha clapped, and even serene Kartikeya smiled. Yet, as generations passed, the world forgot Ashokasundari. Temples were built for Ganesha. Stories were sung of Kartikeya's battles. Her tale, nestled in parables, drifted into obscurity, a whisper among thunderous legends. Some say this was by design, Shiva's way of sheltering his daughter from earthly worship and endless expectation. Others think her story survives in the strength of every child born from adversity, the hope that blooms beside sorrow. The real question lingers. Why do some stories fade while others echo across centuries? Is it because we, mortals and gods alike, forget what is quiet in favor of what is loud? Or do we simply need to look deeper, listen harder? Ashokasundari's legacy is subtle but enduring. She is the daughter made of tears, turned into hope. Every time we find light in sadness, every moment kindness blooms in hardship, she lives again. Her story is a reminder. Even forgotten daughters change the world in ways legends sometimes fail to see. So, next time you hear the stories of Shiva's strange, powerful family, remember the quiet daughter, a goddess born of sorrow, who turned sadness into strength, and whose legacy still stirs in the heart of every believer who needs hope most. Ready to hear more stories that history almost left behind? Press play on the next video. You won't want to miss what's coming.